Great Expectations by Charles Dickens tells the story of a young orphan boy named Pip, who lives with his sister and her husband, Joe the blacksmith. Pip has a vivid imagination and longs to be a gentleman, believing that wealth and privilege are the keys to happiness. One day, while visiting his parents' graves in the churchyard, Pip encounters a frightening escaped convict, who demands food and a file to remove his leg irons. Terrified, Pip helps the convict, and this act of kindness will change the course of his life forever. Shortly after, Pip is invited to the home of the wealthy and eccentric Miss Havisham to play with her adopted daughter, Estella. Pip falls in love with Estella, but she is cold and cruel to him, teaching him that he is not good enough for her. Later, Pip receives a mysterious fortune from an anonymous benefactor, which he believes is from Miss Havisham. With his newfound wealth, Pip moves to London and starts living the life of a gentleman, but he soon realizes that money cannot buy happiness. Pip discovers that his benefactor is not who he thought it was and must come to terms with the truth about his past and his expectations for the future. Along the way, he also experiences the injustices of the legal system, as well as the complexities of relationships and the struggles of class. Despite the challenges he faces, Pip ultimately learns the importance of loyalty and forgiveness, and realizes that true happiness comes from within. Great Expectations is a timeless tale of love, betrayal, and the pursuit of happiness, and remains a classic in English literature. As the story progresses, Pip's relationships with those around him become more complicated. He struggles with his guilt over how he treated Joe, his kind and loving brother-in-law, and regrets the way he treated those who cared for him when he was poor. Pip also learns more about his past and discovers that his benefactor is not Miss Havisham, but rather a man he never expected. This realization leads him to question his entire perception of wealth and status. As he comes to terms with the truth, Pip's life takes a turn for the worse, as he loses his fortune and his health. But through it all, he learns the importance of forgiveness and loyalty, and he becomes a better person for it. The novel ends with Pip returning to his hometown, where he is reunited with his loved ones, including Joe and Biddy, a childhood friend who always cared for him. He realizes that he had everything he ever needed right there in front of him, and he finds peace in his newfound perspective on life. Overall, Great Expectations is a beautiful and timeless story that teaches us about the importance of love, loyalty, forgiveness, and the pursuit of happiness. It remains one of Charles Dickens' most beloved works, and continues to capture the hearts and imaginations of readers around the world.